and watch you shake your butt and clap your butt cheeks in my face. I didn't come for that. I'm sorry. Welcome, beloved, my Africans. I have a message for Africans. I just want to rant for a little bit. I saw a video sometime last week with a young lady. She was a bridesmaid at a friend's wedding, and she was dropping it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying? For all of you religious, holier than God, don't worry about it. Well, she was literally dropping it like it's hot. And she was the bridesmaid at her friend's wedding, and she posted a video, so it showed up on my timeline. So I made a comment. I said, "You're beautiful, intelligent, smart, very sweet, nice young lady." I said, "But you have to, first of all, number one, remember, it is not your wedding. Number two, it is the bride and groom. It's their time to shine and to get all the attention." And I didn't think I was being mean or not. Anyway, she took my statement and my comment to be, I guess, offensive or insulting, and she blocked me. I'm not offended whether she blocked me. That's not the point. But I want to. There's something I noticed in the African culture, and when I was probably that age, she looks like she's by her 20s. When I was that age, I used to do the same thing. So I wasn't even judging her, but I wish I had women in their 40s, which is my age now, in my 40s, that would sit me down and even talk to me and tell me some of those things. But sadly, the women and the family that I grew up in thought it was okay to behave like that in public. And some of them in their 60s and 50s and 70s, not only are they behaving that way, they still think it's appropriate. And it's not. Now, you go to a wedding, first of all, you say it's your friend's wedding, your friend asks you to dance for her. Okay. But some of the dance that some of you people are doing at weddings, Africans, I'm addressing Africans, Americans, I'm sure the same thing happened. But I want to address my people. Some of the dances that some of you do at weddings, it needs to be done behind closed door for you and your husband to see. The way you're bent down and shaking your butt and twerking, and say twerking or tweaking or twerking, whatever the word is. I mean, you can literally see the butt cheeks like clapping in the dresses they're wearing. And this is not even women in their 20s. I see women in their 20s, women in their 30s, women in their 40s, women in their 50s. They are doing this kind of dance. They go down, they wake up, and they go all the way down, they stand up, and they're shaking all their bum. I'm honestly, maybe it's just me. And if it's me, then forgive me. Don't listen to my rant. But I didn't get out of my bed to dress up, to get my hair done, my nails done, spend a whole lot of money on manicure and pedicure, and spend a whole lot of money on my dress and shoes to come to somebody's wedding or birthday party or gathering or anniversary to come and watch you shake your butt and clap your butt cheeks in my face. I didn't come for that. I'm sorry. If it's somebody's birthday, have some respect and some decency and some humility. Let the person who invited you be the life of the party. Let the person who invited you, it is their day to shine. Let the host shine. Let them be the one. Don't come and grab and hog all the attention. All the attention is on you. Especially the weddings. I don't understand. Something's wrong with Africans. You go to somebody's wedding, you want to steal the show. I'm here to shut it down. It's not your wedding to shut nothing down. I'm here to steal the show. It's not your show to shut down. You are invited. Remember, you are a guest. You are invited. So it's a privilege and an honor to be there. I'm not saying we shouldn't dance, but let's have some decency, some respect. Come on. I know the generation when it's like sex sells, anything goes. And when I was that age, I did the same thing, but I didn't have anybody to educate me or to sit me down and talk to me. The women that I grew up with, they were found it okay to do it then, and they are still doing it now. And I'm in my 40s. And you know how old they are. I rest my case. At least I'm glad that I'm in my 40s and I learned some sense that there's just some behavior and some dances that are just not appropriate for public view and public eyes. What you don't realize at that wedding or that party or anniversary, whatever you go to, there are some people sitting in that audience that are old enough to be your father or your mother. You think they want to see you drop it like it's hot? Let's think for a moment now. Let's be honest. Yes, maybe some men there, maybe they're just a bunch of old perverts. They probably want to see you drop it like it's hot. Well, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about regular, respectable men and women who are old enough to be your parents or your aunties and your uncles. You think they are there to see you drop it like it's hot and shut it down and shake this and shake. They're not really interested. They may be smiling and putting a smirk and pretending, but they're really uncomfortable. I know I am. Hello, beloved. Come on now. You go to weddings. There are some days I see these young girls, and I even see some women in their 40s and 50s, they are doing the same dance in public. Some of these dances belongs behind closed door. It's like they're trying to, it's like you dance. If this is what you're doing in public in front of the eyes of everybody, imagine what you're doing behind closed door for your husband, for your boyfriend. I can only imagine. It's like African dances and weddings and events has become like a mini strip joint or a strip club. The only thing that left, they don't take off their clothes, but most of them go to the event half naked anyway, but they don't take off their clothes. But with the movement, the dancing, I mean, see them twerking, you can literally see their butt cheeks clapping each other between. I'm like, what's going on African culture? This was not something we did in our culture, but because of westernization and because we think something is western is good or because it's white is right. No, it ain't. African women, you are very beautiful women, very courageous. But let's show some decency, some respect, and is it humility or modesty? Come on now. Ain't nobody saying you should go to a wedding dressed like a nun. I myself love to dress and be fashionable. But gone are the days I don't feel any need to show cleavage and be short and tight and short. I have no need for that. You have need for that. That's your business. But the point is, when you go to somebody's event, don't steal the show because they ain't your show to steal. When you were invited to somebody's event, unless you are the MC or the stripper for the joint to entertain the people, fine. But if you're not the host, you're not the MC, and you're not the stripper or the entertainer for the show, sit down. If it's time for everybody to dance, dance, but dance with modesty, with respect, and with some decency. Anybody say you shouldn't dance when you go to a party, but the way you guys are bending down, is it a twerking or tweaking, whatever, the way some of you guys are dancing, like some of those dances don't belong on the dance floor in public viewing. It belongs behind the closed door for you to seduce your husband or your boyfriend. Like, who you trying to seduce? And there are elderly people sitting in that audience, audience or party or whatever gathering, that are old enough to be your father and your mother or your aunties and your uncles. You think they are comfortable watching you dance like that? Because they're smiling. Even if they're smiling, they're clapping, that means there's a bunch of old fools and old perverts. Now they are old in age, 40 and 50 and 60 years old, but they haven't learned any form of decency or modesty even in their life. So because they're old and enjoying it, doesn't make it right either. So listen here, young men and young women. I'm not saying don't go to party. I'm not saying don't dress, and I'm not saying don't shake it and drop it like it's hot, but have some modesty, some decency, some respect. Dance, but you can. I myself know how to dance and do all those dances, but I don't feel comfortable doing that in public. That's for the public viewing. Is it a wedding or is it a strip joint? Is it a wedding or say a tease club? Let's stop this, okay? So I'm not offended by that young lady who blocked me, but I just thought it's a subject that needs to be addressed, and I'm sure you guys gonna come for me, no problem. I'm going to come for you too. And listen, thank you. I just remember something. It's okay for you to agree or disagree with me once or twice. You comment on any of my videos and you agree or disagree with me once or twice, it's okay. But please don't come with your long epistle, your long dissertation trying to convince me to see your point. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to see your point of view. I don't want you to see my point of view. We can disagree, move on and keep it moving, my friend. It's okay. Don't come and beat your ideology on my head and vice versa. I'm not here to beat mine. I'm just going to make my video, my posts, and my comments. You agree, wonderful. You disagree, wonderful. But let's not start a religious war or a cultural war over that, okay? You comment somebody post once or twice, they don't agree, keep moving, no problem, it's okay. I used to be commenting back and forth, but once I stopped that nonsense, I talk about this, my life is stress-free. Anyway, I don't even know how I got off that subject. But look here. African women, young and old, men and women too. I'm addressing all of you this generation. When you go to parties and weddings and anniversaries, stop dropping it like it's hot, because it ain't. And you're not in a strip joint. And save some of those dances and seductive sexual moves. Save them for the privacy of your bedroom. The dance floor is not the place for it. It ain't cute. I know there's videos going viral. People are clapping and laughing and enjoying it, because we are living in a culture where the line between what is moral and what is right has been so blurred that it's almost like anything goes, and people cheers and celebrate and elevate and justify anything that goes. Anything does not go. We have to have a moral standards. We have to have some line. I'm not saying don't dance, but find some, come on. You think some 60, 70 years old men and women sitting there, you think they're really enjoying you shake? Especially if it's an older woman, you think she's sitting there with her husband in his 40s or 50s or 60s. You think maybe he may be smiling in his heart or on his face, but deep you think she likes that? When you get that age, you think you appreciate that? Come on now, let's show some decency and respect. There's some dance moves that just don't belong on the dance floor. That's what I'm just saying. Even there's some outfits, some dresses. You see women in their 40s and 50s and 60s, they dress the cleavage, all their boobs hanging out. I used to dress like that in my 20s and my 30s. But I woke up and got some sense. So I'm not the woman I used to be. So how come you 40, 50, 60 years old and you think it's cute to show all your cleavage? You're competing with your 20-something-year-old daughter. You're in your 40s or 50 and you're competing with your daughters, or you're in your 60s and 70s and you're competing with your granddaughter. You think it's cute? It's not cute. What is wrong with the mind of humanity? What is wrong with people? It's not cute. It's not pretty. Cover up. No man wants to see your old wrinkled up and sagging up breast. I'm sorry. Men too. Zip up your stuff. You might want to see your old rusty, greasy, stinking, smelly, hairy chest. Cover it up, my friend. Dress decently. I'm not saying women should dress like a nun, because I don't dress like a nun either, but I got no business showing my cleavage at this age, or any age. But I didn't know any better then. Now I know better. And I'm glad I'm not 40, 50, 60, 70 years old and dressing like I was in my 20s. Something's wrong. If you think the way you used to dress in your 20s and 30s, and you think it's appropriate now in your 50s and 60s and 40s, 50s and 60s, then mentally and emotionally, there's something wrong with you. There's a disconnect somewhere. You either are mentally and emotionally unstable, or you mentally and emotionally have not yet matured past your 20s. That's why you think it's okay to dress like your 20s and your 40s and your 50s. Anyway, I don't rant off. Thank you. This is Dagnet. Thank you for your comment, your likes, your dislikes. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you. Bye-bye.